away from us.
Coach, this team is well known by its ability to come back from 3-1 hole several times. Mm-hmm. So how optimistic are you to come back from this 2-0 hole?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. The body language of our guys, is not where I think it needs to be. But we just got beat up in our building. We got embarrassed in front of our fans. The good thing is we don't play till Friday. We have a chance to kind of get away and think about what we want to do moving forward. And I'm not worried about anything other than trying to win Game 3, and really just trying to win the first quarter of Game 3 and build it from there. Take it one quarter at a time. I think it was a 4-point game late in that first. They closed 4-0. Now we're down 8, and then they started off the second quarter 11-0, and that's when the game got away from us. Their physicality, our ability to get into our offense, get a shot off. We played in late clock situations all night long. So yes, you have to give credit to them, but we didn't own our spots, and we didn't meet their aggression and physicality at the level that we needed to. So I'll have a much better idea on that question, come Wednesday when we get back in the gym and get a feel for our players and where their energy is at. And my hope is that, we're down 2-0, not ideal, but it's a long series, first one to 4. Can we find a way to believe in each other, believe in ourselves, and win Game 3? That's all that matters.
Coach, knowing that wasn't typical Nugget basketball, what was sort of the feeling when you guys gathered in the locker room?
It's it's a very, very quiet locker room, and you can take that many different ways. I'm taking it as our guys are disappointed in our performance tonight, all the way across the board. From myself all the way down to player number 18. We got outcoached, we got outplayed. And you can feel sorry for yourself, or you can do whatever you can to try to be better come Game 3. And that's my focus, is rallying these guys to continue to fight. No one said it was going to be easy, and right now we understand that.
Coach, obviously in a situation like this, the team often looks to its leaders. Where are Jamal and Nikola at right now? They're both struggling, obviously, on the court.
They're in the locker room taking showers. That's where they are. Frustrating night, and the frustration creeped over, and I thought we lost control of our emotions a little bit tonight. And I felt that was a big play. I thought Jamal Murray took a charge, and it wasn't granted. But we have to have a little bit more poise when they're going on a run, when we're not getting calls, whatever it may be. You got to be able to handle that, read the game, react to the game. And I felt as a unit tonight, it wasn't great. We can definitely be better. As far as Jamal and Nicole, obviously there's 9 years, 8 years, been through a lot, and hopefully those guys can help in terms of leading the charge and rallying the troops, and not dropping your head, keep your head held high, and at least no matter what happens, walk off the court knowing you gave you everything you had. And a loss like this is tough. You feel embarrassed, you feel exposed. So what are you going to do about it? That's my biggest thing. What are you going to do about it? Look yourself in the mirror, have the balls, have the courage to look yourself in the mirror, say, I did not do my job tonight. And be better next game. That's all I can ask of them.
Coach, you talked about losing control of emotions tonight. It appeared that Jamal at one point threw something toward the referee while he was on the bench. Any concern about him facing discipline?
I'm not even aware of that, so I really can't comment. But if that's the case, we'll have to see what happens. But I wasn't aware of that. I knew a heating pack was on the floor, but it was not in my field of vision.
Coach, you talked about their defense. We know they're a good defensive team, but you said you couldn't get to your spots. You probably have to watch the film, but can you, I guess, pinpoint maybe why you were at times making it easier for them, or a couple of careless passes or whatever maybe?
Well, yeah, careless passes and careless dribbling. Both of those. I mean, it was again, they were into us, and we were barely getting the ball over half court at times, and then I think they were like in that 11-0 run to start the second. There were a few shot clock violations. We couldn't even get a shot up. So screening better, getting guys open, starting lower on the floor to create a lead, to catch the ball in a scoring area, not playing in tight spaces. We got caught dribbling into crowds, and just look at it. They had 12 turnovers for 2 points. We had 19 for 19. And that's a huge 17-point difference right there. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to clean up, and that's the best part about not playing till Friday is that we can take our time looking at this and figuring out a way where we can all be better.
You were upset with some of the calls. And at one point, you went out on the floor and confronted the ref. Were you trying to get a tech there or just make a point? What was going on?
All the above. As a coach, when you ask your players to go out there and fight and to compete at a higher level than you did in game one, and you have a player go out there and do that and try to do what you're asking of them, and he's not rewarded, that's very frustrating. And I think it's, like that was Jamal in that case. It's up to me to fight for my guys. Like Jamal struggled tonight. 3 for 18 from the field. He had 13 rebounds. It wasn't necessarily for a lack of effort or care. He just had a tough night. But when he's out there battling a guy like Karl Anthony Towns and trying to take a charge, and what I thought was an easy call, and he's not rewarded, I owe it to Jamal Murray or anybody else in that situation to voice my opinion, to voice my concern and my disagreement. That wound up being, I think, a big play because things kind of after that did not go our way, which is unfortunate. But that's my job, kids. You know what? I'm going to fight for my guys, and I think I got to fight even more for them. That team over there in Minnesota, you have to give them credit. They're a very good team, and they came in here, won 2 games, and tonight they ran us off the floor. And so I just ask our fans to stay with us. I know tonight was not a pretty sight, and I know there were some boos out there, and I understand that because we didn't play anywhere close to the level that we've come to expect from this team. But stay with us, believe in us. We've done a lot of good things.
Coach. Thanks, everybody. Justin Holiday in here right now, and he'll get shortly after.
Justin, where did this game get away from you guys? And, is this a thing where you guys kind of have to meet their physicality and it becomes a little bit more than just a little bit about basketball a little bit?
I think they started off the game, playing a playoff game the way you're supposed to. I think we had a better start than we have been in the past, the last series, and obviously the game before this. Where it all started, I guess sometime before that happened and when they got that lead. But as far as the physicality and stuff goes, this is playoff basketball. That's the way everyone's supposed to be playing at this time. We need to find a way to bring that into the fold. And there's things that we've done in the past. So it's not like it's pulling the bunny out of a hat. It's playoff basketball. Either you're going to show up and do that or not, and this is going to happen.
Justin, when you see a couple of your teammates struggling the way that they did tonight, and the team struggles to get to a certain score, just what's sort of said in the locker room like that? What are some of the things that you can prop up a team like this where clearly the team is going through it?
At the end of the day, this is basketball. There's going to be times where you're going to be great, and there's times when you're not playing the best of your ability or not scoring the best of your ability. But I just think that the effort that we put into the game can still be the same. The sense of urgency again, the aggressiveness, being able to play physical. I think those are things that we just have to focus on doing when the ball's not going in the basket. That's defending and stopping them from playing, and then just allowing our offense to do what it does. With guys struggling, we still have a powerful offense. We have a lot of guys that can do a lot of things, and obviously having Yoke and Jamal, the things are going to click and work out eventually. So it's to not change, what you do. Continue to be aggressive. Continue to be aggressive to score. In Yoke's case, to score, find guys, do what he does, and let everything fall where it may. But if we have to have the effort, the energy going towards this game the right way, and I think that would kind of help us with the lows and things we might struggle with as far as scoring and not shooting well.
Justin, how much of your offensive struggles were that they're a really good defensive team, and how much did you guys maybe make it easier for them at times with, passing or dribbling or not getting shots up?
I mean, again, this is playoff basketball, so we need to start playing like it. They came out and played the way they were supposed to, being aggressive, getting into us. Again, though, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. So I think it's allowing us. Don't want to take anything away from them as well. They played a great game. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but we're the reigning champs. I'm not saying that we're supposed to win because we are, but they've won the championship before, so we know what it takes to do that. We have to implement that now, right now. I mean, we have no time left really to figure it out. So I think obviously they did a great job with how they came and played, but that's playoff basketball, and we need to take care of our end of the bargain and bring it.
All right, thank you, Justin.
Yep, you have a good one. That's a good question, my friend. Maybe winning. Yeah, I think that's the answer.
Nicole, obviously, this one, pretty big struggle for the team to score for the most part. Just where do you think the breakdown started for the team, and then just kind of getting into the flow of the offense, and whether it was the first quarter or later?
I mean, it is the whole series. I think they are. I mean, if you guys watch the previous series against the Suns, they're doing the same thing. They're really into the body. They play really good defense. They're playing the really good defense the whole season. That's why they're number one defense. They're aggressive. They're pushing of the spot. All five is aggressive. They know what they're doing, and that's why probably it's hard to score.
Nikola, teams have come back from down 2-0 before. I guess where is your confidence that this team can regroup over the next 3 days and give Minnesota a fight at home and extend the series?
I mean, hopefully. I mean, yes, that's the goal. So hopefully we're gonna go there and put up the fight and bring the series back.
What happened in that second quarter when they started 11-0, went up 19? Was it something got away from you guys, or was it you guys not making shots, or Dan not making shots?
I mean, it's a bit of everything. Of course, they're a talented group. We didn't help ourselves. We only had 16 assists and 16 turnovers. We had 16 turnovers. We didn't share the ball the right way. Even when we, they're long, they're physical. We kind of drive into the couple bodies, and we didn't help ourselves.
Nikola, when in the second quarter, when you guys were kind of losing control of your emotions, how do you get these emotions back and the frustration back in check? I mean, it just seemed like Jamal was in control of his emotions and stuff like that. How do you get that back in check?
I mean, you need to ask him that. I didn't lose. I think I didn't lose my emotions, whatever. So I think that's answer for him.
Nicole, how different is it on both ends of the floor when Rudy's not there? Not just what he does defensively, but what that changes their offense to.
I mean, they are playing without him. In the rotation, so it's not something that they surprise us. I think Kyle Anderson is a really smart player, and he knows what to do on the floor. And he had eight assists. He had 9 rebounds. He was really affecting the game with his just high IQ guy, and he knows what to do on the floor.
Michael was in here before you and talked about how frustrating this loss was, and he several times used the word embarrassing. Did you feel that way about this game?
Yeah, I mean, of course, they came in and it was a one team on the floor after that first quarter. After the only was basically one team on the floor. They were just more aggressive. They were more physical, and yes.
Nikola, nekad možda uzimamo zdravo za gotovo, navikli smo i tvoju pobjedu i Denver Nuggetsa, pa se problemom da je sport, ne može da se uvijek pobeđuje. Kako si ti doživeo ovu utakmicu?
Pa da, ovo je teška utakmica za nas. Oni su radili isto što rade cijele sezone, tako da ne mogu da kažem da su nas iznenadili, pošto rade cijele sezone to, tako da nisu radili ništa novo. Ali teška utakmica za nas, nismo mogli da pronađemo lake šuteve dok su oni pronalazili lake šuteve i pogađali. Šutirali smo 3-4% iz igre, što je stvarno malo. Naravno, to je njihova odbrana i to je njihov taj neki tim kako su napravljeni, da su svi dugački, svi mogu da preuzimaju, tako da to je teška utakmica za nas. Nadamo se da ćemo da odemo u Minnesota i da vratimo seriju u Denver.
Nikola, how through 2 games, how surprised are you that the offense hasn't been able to find any level of consistency, rhythm to even put Minnesota back on their heels?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. They're maybe we are trying too much, just by driving into a lot of people. Maybe I think we can help each other just to trust the pass a little bit more.
But like one part is them too, they are really physical. They make you play that way. Let's say like that.
Nikola, given the frustrations, how do you expect this team to respond and show up for Game 3?
I mean, I don't know. We will see in 3 days, 4 days.
Anything else? Thank you, Cole.
Pleasure like always, guys.
That'll do it for us tonight.